Okay, we're going to look at top one first. This picture's been totally corrupted. It's been completely smoothed out, maybe airbrushed or retaken over till all the artifacts are gone. This is the one that most of the public will see. When we get into top two, this will be found through like NASA Media Center. The picture is, of course, as you can tell, over contrasted and it's blurred. So you really can't see hardly anything except there's two craters there, or it looks like at least two craters. Top three is minimum altered, but they have been altered. You will see some artifacts, but most of the artifacts you want. But the larger ones are pretty clear. I did a pretty good take on those for it being a top three photograph. So when we get into it, you will see that this is glass through here. This was glass through here. And these actually were domes that collapsed. But this one collapsed in a very different way, and I will go into an explanation for that when we get into the images. Since we were talking about glass and the glass used in the construction of the glass domes, since the twin craters were from an orbital view, we were able to see we will be able to see the brightness from the glass that has collapsed. But from the surface view, this is actually what the glass looks like. We're going to move away from it just a little bit. That way we can see how whenever the sun hits it, it has a brilliance to it, a glow to it. So we're going to go back to the close-up. You're also going to notice that you can see this structure completely through the glass here. So that gives you an idea of what the glass looks like also. Check out the anomalies in the twin craters. We have extremely bright material, which actually is glass in both of them. You also notice the reflection of the sun, how bright the rays are, and concentrated they are coming off in this direction here, and the direction here from this part of the glass dome and from this part of the glass dome. And there's no reflection in between them. This one's quite different. got a full glass canopy that's collapsed, where this one here you have a half a canopy, and I'll explain that to you later. So since it collapsed down the middle, you get a reflection here, 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 and here, and it's more even. Okay, we're going to go to the next image. Okay, with a little bit closer view, you're going to notice this artifact, which is the structure that fell from here to here. So what happened was this structure fell across the top of this glass dome and collapsed it right down the center, which gives these two angles here. And as you notice, coming out from the sides, some type of material that was attached to this structure here. And if you take a close look, and maybe we can get a better shot here in a minute, there's a wall from here to here, which means these aren't craters. They dug them out, built the walls around them, and then built the glass domes on top of them. Okay, the two final pictures are going to be enlargements, and what I'm going to do is change the color contrast, which will help clean the picture up and make it a little bit more clear, so you can see the details in the structure that had fallen across the center of this crater. The crater dimensions, and this is a fairly small glass dome habitat, is almost 7 miles across and a little over 5 miles wide. Okay, let's go to the next picture. Okay, there's a close-up. See where the structure has fallen. See the shadow. See the glass, where the glass is broken over the edges from the fall and from the age of this glass dome. These glass domes are in excess of 250 million years old, if not older. Okay, we're going to do one more close-up. This is a final cleanup on it, and there you go. See the details a little bit better. See the structures a little bit better. Also, the shadow underneath the structure that has fallen. And if you look real close, you'll see where it fallen, and then it bent and turned this way. Now we're going to Twin Craters, Crater A, which is this one. And there's some anomalies that you can start looking for. There's a piece of structure here that was part of that piece that pulled away from over here and folded this glass canopy over this way. You also will see an I-beam, or looks like some kind of large pipe structure that's caught between these two canopies when it flipped over, which means it had to be on top of this glass canopy here. And also, as we go into the pictures, a little bit more of the images, the wall that I was talking about that the glass dome was built on top of, you can start seeing it right here in this small image, so you can start looking for that also. Okay, we get a little bit closer. Some kind of support beam here. This piece right in here, apparently when they built this glass dome, this structure was built under it, and then the glass dome was built on top of it. Because when this structure fell, it had to be underneath it to roll it and pull it this way. And of course, as we go into the images just a little bit further, you can see the supports right here. And you can see the bell shape. It almost looks like a face, but I don't think it is. I think it's just a piece of the structure. Okay, here's that color transition. You can see the support beam a little better. Also see part of the structure in the structure going into the crater A, and it just ripped it up. Okay, there's a different perspective, a little bit darker. You can see the image again right here. You see this image again also. You can see where the glass dome, the corners are almost perfect. And when this caved in, it flipped this side up here and this one side up here. And if you remember, in the pictures of the brightness from the sun creating those light beams and reflections off of here, there was in the middle of it, there wasn't one, and this is why. It's because the structure was in the middle of it. Okay, just a different shot here. Notice the wall, some of the features in it here. Goes all the way around. And then there is that piece of structure here. And you can see the support for this structure a little bit better in this picture here also. That completes part 2. Thanks everyone for watching. And please don't forget to subscribe.